guys, it's water time. I have got some serious smudge action happening on my eyeballs right now. Unfortunately, I'm out of makeup wipes. So what am I going to do? It's very sad. But I kind of like it because it already looks like I have smudges normally when I do this show because there's a huge shadow on one eye. So this way, it just looks like the shadow is more extreme than usual, which I enjoy. Wait, should we do... Yeah, I was going to do it anyway. I just said wait so that we're all involved. Okay. There we go. Sick. Let's see how much this one will do. Not as much. You know, this one is definitely darker, but both are looking pretty slick. Both look like the sort of makeup that I'd probably get if I was in a Mel Gibson movie of some sort. So I think that we're on the right track. Anyway, so last night I worked on Swords and Stitches. I posted a picture using the saw, which was really fun because for any of you who've never used a saw before, the smell of the like burnt wood when you've used the saw is so awesome. I love the smell of like cut wood anyway, but right when you buzz it, oh man, it's just the best. So Aaron and I were like sitting there just like sniffing wood. It was so silly. But I'm not going to tell you what we were working on or what we're making or what's happening with that. But you should know that it's all going swimmingly. And I made a post on Tumblr about possibly doing a Patreon in the future. So just to reiterate what I said on there, I know a lot of my friends have been doing Patreon or talking about doing Patreon, and it's worked out really well for most people. It's basically, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's like a per video donation service for different content creators. So one of the questions that came up was like, well, does that mean that only people who donate would get the videos? No, absolutely not. It's literally just like, if you want to see something happen on a channel, if you want to support the channel in general, if you want to support a specific series on the channel, then you can do that. And the only time you'll get charged is if that video is made, which I really like. So I can't just like BS for a month and be like, oops, well, thanks for the donations. It didn't make anything, but cool, right? So it's kind of perfect for Swords and Stitches, and I wouldn't set it up until you've seen like one full project. So that's the plan right now, is we're going to finish up this project, put out all of those videos, and then see if you guys like the format, if you guys like what I'm doing and all of that. And if you do, then we can set up a Patreon, and it'll be like you donate however much money you want to per video of Swords and Stitches that I make. So that would be the plan. That would be the plan. I don't know what like goal rewards would be or anything like that. I haven't thought that far, but it sounded like everybody was down for it, which is super cool. And some of you also suggested possibly eBaying the items. eBaying, I think, would be very expensive for some of the items that we're planning on making. But this time around, we are doing lots of tests. And so pieces from the tests could possibly have that happen. Yeah, like sell those items and have all of those proceeds go to the show or whatever. We'll figure out the logistics later. Right now, I'm just focusing on this one project. And it's been super fun so far. We worked on it until like midnight last night. And it's good. It's good. And I'm so jazzed to be working on something like super creative because it's been forever. But today was podcast day. So let's see. We had Sly Foxhound on the show, which I was going to tell the story of when I met Sly Foxhound and I didn't get to. But literally my meeting of Sly, I knew who Sly was. I had seen some of Sly's videos, but I did not know what he looked like. So my interaction with Sly was him running up to me full speed, giving me a huge bear hug and saying, "I'm so glad we get to work together now," and then walking away. And so I literally looked at everybody else that was with me and I was like, who was that? I don't know who that was. It was very fun. But it was nice to have him on the podcast because I actually got to like interact with him. Turns out he's a huge Tumblr nerd like I am, which is great. He was like, yeah, I don't really get Reddit, but I love Tumblr. And I was like, oh man, you and I, we get each other. So it was good. I feel like a friendship has formed, which is nice. And did all of that. I put up more Dreaming Mary, and I was like, this is a terrifying ending. And everybody was like, this is not the scariest ending. And I was like, what? You've got to be kidding me. So now I get to go and play more of that and experience the other scary endings. I looked because I was like, I'm not sure what combinations I need to get each ending. I didn't read what the endings are, but I did look to see like what items I need to get each ending. Now that I've done like a scary ending and a normal ending, so I think that I have a grasp on how to get all of those, which is good. So maybe I can do that tomorrow. But we also did Manga Pod. Manga Pod was very fun because it was Are You Alice, which divided us completely. But I was really happy because, like, Aaron and I love Are You Alice, and the boys, Yokorama and Daza, did not love Are You Alice at all. They were like, eh. But by the time we were done talking about Are You Alice, they both were like, you know, I give it a bit more credit now. Now that we've talked about it, I give it a bit more credit. And I was like, really? I felt very happy with that outcome. They still didn't give it like a great score. I didn't need them to. I was happy to have a discussion in which the other person said, no, I see that now. I kind of see that. And I was like, yay, good. Because I love Are You Alice. It's so like semi-surreal, and it's probably my favorite take on Wonderland. It's so disjointed and crazy and topsy-turvy the way that Wonderland is portrayed, and the whole idea of there being Alices over and over and over again, that Alices just keep showing up trying to finish the story and they never do. Like, I love that concept. I love it so much. So I was excited to read that, and we read farther than I've ever read before. Sorry, I keep looking at my nails because they toe up. But yeah, we did Manga Pod, and then after Manga Pod, we set up the schedule for the next like. So we do a certain number of months at a time. We make an entire schedule for a few months at a time for Manga Pod. So after Manga Pod tonight, we made the next schedule. We're not done with this current schedule, but we wanted to get this one done so that it could be out there in the world, right? So we're setting all of that up, and the entire time I'm like ripping the skin off of chicken legs. So like I have the laptop in there, we're all like talking about manga, and I'm just like gingerly taking skin off of chicken legs and doing whatever else. Aaron was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just, taking the skin off of chicken legs for dinner, for really late dinner, which turned out to be pretty good. I think that there was too much lemon juice in it. It was supposed to be like Mediterranean chicken. So you mix up lemon juice, garlic, oregano, salt, pepper, and olive oil. And then you brush that all over the chicken, and you bake it for a certain number of minutes. You take it out, you baste it, you bake it some more. You take it out, you baste it, you bake it some more, right? The chicken was super moist, which was great. Just like a little too strong lemon taste, I think. I think there could have been less lemon. Although, I will say the lemon that I grabbed was huge. So that's probably why. But yeah, it turned out good. We had that with rice and green beans, which reminded me of being home, because when I was a kid, we used to just like make canned green beans as like an easy side all the time, and I was like, canned green beans sound really good. Also, do you like that my home looks like a rave? There's like blue everywhere because the projector's on right now. When I turned on the webcam, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to change this. This is great. I like this a lot. Oh, especially with this. Yeah. That's how it should have been. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Guess what? So remember how I was like, guys, apparently there's a new owner next door who's going to take out the pipe. So we were all emailing each other back and forth being like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes him to take out that pipe. Guys, He's been there for like a day, and today I went to leave and the pipe was gone. I was like, this is the best present I've ever gotten in my life. I was so excited. I drove over it on purpose. I was like, I don't even need this much space, but I'm going to drive right over it. It was great. Such a great feeling. Oh my gosh. And like their whole front yard is all cleaned up. Before, when this other dude owned the place, there was just like trash in the front yard all the time. Like busted up plants and pots and just whatever. Just whatever. And sometimes you'd go out there and he'd be like raking it. It was very strange, you guys. He'd be like raking it as though he's, landscaping. And I was like, you're not doing anything. I don't know what's happening out here, but none of this is making it look better. I don't get it. But that was great. So happy. And now I don't have to illegally pull into my driveway. What? Because before, I had to either be... There's 2 lanes, right? I either had to be in this lane and pull across this lane in order to get in there, which was dangerous, or I had to be on the other side and go across the double yellow. Both are illegal, but it was literally the only way we could get in there. It was bad. So, anywho, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.